Open windows, taste the air, leave the noise, go anywhere. The light is gold, the day is new, just follow in the blue. So live in the room, to live in the room, to live in the Through the glass, a shade of white, rising up to meet the light. Modern lines and ancient ground, in the silence truth is found. Walking closer to the wall, feeling big and feeling small. Watching over everything while the world is rushing in, built of stone to touch the sky. Watching all the years go by, it's quiet here, it's standing still upon the green and lonely shadows dancing on the floor, secrets kept behind the door. Wood and iron, dust and gold, stories that were never told. Steps are heavy, air is cool, reflections in a timeless pool. Step inside, out of the gray, wash the heavy world away. Grinding beans and hissing steam, waking up from a waking dream. Porcelain warm in my hand, pulse feeling in the land. Slow down time, just for a bit, take a breath and take a sip. Bitter, dark and milky white, everything feels soft and light. Nothing here I need to do, just a quiet moment passing through. Watching shadows on the wall, I don't hear the city call. Taste the rose, taste the earth, for what it's worth, for what it's worth. It's the little things we find that ease the mind.
The colors fade into the gray, the water washes time away. I watch the lights begin to bloom, chasing shadows from the room. The air is sharp, the wind is cold, a story that is getting old. I'm looking for a golden light, a shelter in the middle of the night. Something to keep the world at bay, something to save the end of day. Just a little heat, just a little grace, finally find the perfect place. Step inside and close the door, don't need to wonder anymore. The heavy atmosphere sound, a steady beat. It rises up and pulls me in. Feel the warmth upon my skin. It heals the tired, heals the weak. It's the language that we speak. Simple joy and simple fire, satisfying every desire. Slow it down and let it flow. Nowhere else I need to go.
The gravity is letting go. I watch the tiny world below, floating on a wire of gold. A story that is being told.
I see the ripples on the glass, watching all the dreamers pass. A heavy steel upon the tide,
with nowhere left to run or hide. Just a journey back and forth, from the south and to the north. Oh, it's a soft parade,
in the sun and in the shade,
dancing with the morning light.
Everything is clear and bright,
rhythm of the coming day,
washing all the dust away.
da 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 da. 出して Just chilling in the flow 時計の針は忘れてゆらゆらと漂う Slow down, take it slow この瞬間だけは私のもの Hey, 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 hey. Concrete city, breathing deep ざわめきが遠くに聞こえる自由な空を見上げてバラバラのパズルがはまる You Daydreaming 淡い光の中で Daydreaming 時が止まったように Just chilling in the flow 時計の針は忘れてゆらゆらと漂う Slow down, take it slow この瞬間だけは私のもの Oh, yeah, yeah Just a flow 緩やかに Just a flow 緩やかにコンクリートの影が伸びる静かなここは何を語る時計の針は意味をなくしてただここにある空気を吸い込む急ぐ理由はどこにもないこのリズムに体預けて
窓の向こうに光が踊る柔らかな風を撫でる言葉はいらない目と目でわかる時が止まったような感覚ふわふわと浮かぶ空の色
あなたと見つめる同じ景色 Softly swaying 風に乗せて
この瞬間を焼き付けて Urban glow Let it show 何気ない今日が宝物
Time is melting 東京はテイク
終わらないでこのままで古い壁に染み込んだ記憶新しい風がまた吹き抜くそれぞれの道交差する場所偶然じゃない何かを感じる
滑り出した光の粒心の奥まで透き通ってく忙しい日々をちょっと忘れてコーヒーの香りと優しい時間
The world is spinning fast
Stay here and make it last
Don't need nothing more
Yeah Don't need nothing more Slowly swaying
風に乗せてこの瞬間を焼き付けて Urban glow Let it show 何気ない今日が宝物
Time is melting
時を追っていく終わらないでこのままで
Just floating high
Just floating high
Into the sky
Into the sky Good night Just floating high
Just floating high
Into the sky The voices hum a gentle tune underneath the afternoon. Shadows lean against the wall, catching daylight as it falls. The water speaks quiet word, a melody I haven't heard. It lingers in the atmosphere,